If you want to know why you lose yourself in relationships, keep watching. When you lose yourself, you forget who you are. In order to return to yourself, you have to know who you are. So until you know who you are, losing yourself is part of the process. Hate to hear it. Hate to hear it. Until you know who you are, losing yourself is going to be part of the process. Because how can you find something you didn't lose? Speak to him. How you find something you don't lose? How can you seek something that you know where it is? When you are in a relationship, when you have kids, when you do anything that is new, you are essentially looking for the way your soul wants to express itself in doing this thing, having this experience. Part of the journey is learning how you want to express yourself in different phases of life. But to learn something means you have to be a beginner. And to be a beginner means you do not know. So when you don't know, that means you don't know who you are in relation to this thing. It's not just relationships, it's everything in life. I lost my sense of direction when I moved to Dallas. I'm not ashamed of it. I'm happy because I found who I am now living here. Because moving as the girl I was, that meant that I moved having an identity. While I'm here, my identity is being shaped. All these new information and new experiences are changing the girl that moved here. So I'm now integrated with my environment. I'm integrated with my reality. I'm integrated with my purpose. It means that I'm going to be doing a little bit of the cha-cha, right? I'm going to be taking some steps backwards and some steps forward. I might even go a little side to side. I might even take it around town a few times. But that's part of learning the dance, right? We get a little cha-cha in, and we're cha-cha-ing. And then what happened? We get a new dance partner. That might be a new job. That might be a new relationship. That might be a new baby. That might be a new creation. It might be a new performance. It might be a new opportunity. It might be a new friend. And guess what? Now you got to switch the rhythm up. Because before you was just doing a little cha-cha-cha. Boom. Cha-cha-cha. Now you might got to do a cha-cha-do. And that pace is a little hard to keep up at first. Because why are you moving so fast? You know what I'm saying? You might not like that pace. So you know what? You might say, slow it down. I just want to get to know you. Okay? You might do that. And you might like that a little better than the last one you was doing here, right? That one was cool. But the slow down, I just want to get to know you. We like that one a little better, don't we? Huh? That little fast one was a little too much, right? That was too much. But that's life. That is life, because when you lose yourself and when you're trying to keep up this little fast pace, that's when you out of breath, you burnt yourself out. You're like, why the fuck did I burn myself out for that fast pace? I don't even like it. But that realization allowed you to come back to the slow down. I just want to get... You wouldn't have slowed down. You would have stayed here. You would have stayed doing this, right? So you have to lose yourself. It's part of the process. You're going to lose yourself being a mom, scared, terrified. But guess what? You're going to find yourself. You're going to find your new rhythm. You're going to find your new pattern. Even in your relationship, when you and your partner end up being parents, or that's going to switch the dynamic with your mom and your dad and your brothers and your siblings and your whole world. Because in this reality, everything has to be on one accord for it to be manifested. You can't have 1 foot in and 1 foot over yonder and think the seeds is gonna grow. No, you gotta be planted and then see what sprouts. When we lose ourselves, what we do, we run away from the thing. We run away from it. Oh, you're like, you ain't finna get me this time. You think I'm finna lose myself? You ain't finna get me. So then what happens? We're separated from it. We're separated. How are you gonna integrate with the thing that you don't wanna merge with? Because now we're too afraid to merge, because I done merged all the way over every single time. We learn. Because the more we know who we are, the more we see, okay, Okay, this is good for me right here. This is a good pace for me right here. I don't gotta exhaust myself. I don't gotta me don't have to kill up myself, right? Kill up with self. We don't have to do that. I can just slowly, I can dip my toe in, dance a little, might get a little turbulent. I'm like, ooh, let me take a step back. Enjoy the waters, okay? And then when the water calm down a little bit, I'm feeling safe again. I can step back in, do a little dance. But consistency is going to build safety and effort. And showing yourself, no, I got you. Don't you worry about it. I got you. I won't let you get lost in those waters again because I know who I am now. Each experience is going to be different because the more you know who you are, the more your foundation gets broader. So then when you experience something new, it's not as scary because you know that you trust yourself now to not let yourself get caught up and dragged with the wind because you love yourself first. You have become the foundation. You have learned that you don't need the validation. You have learned that this is just a journey and it's your journey. So whatever you want to do and however you want to do it is how it's going to go. So if you are like, why do I always lose myself in these relationships? Stop valuing that person over yourself. Because now your brain makes it harder for you to stand up. Because you done already told your brain, well, this person's opinion's worth more than me. This person in general is worth more than me. How is your brain going to be like, okay, but so it's like your brain's like, so you don't want us to that's what you told your brain. You won't lose yourself in the ways that feel traumatic when you value yourself more than anything outside of yourself. You're still going to get lost, but it will be an adventure. And that's a different type of loss because you're still being guided and you're dancing with God. But when you're dancing with the devil, that's when you're dancing with that lack of self-worth. That's what you're dancing with, lack of self-worth, and they're just dipping you. And you're like, oh my God, whiplash. I'm Lozen, your holistic healer, and I am just guiding you back to yourself. Because that's how you live a life you love.